What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Since tomorrow is the first week of June, I'm of course doing my video of the TV shows and some TV movies that are premiering in the month of June. Because there's some really interesting shows and film and some films that are premiering. So with that being said, here are what's premiering in June. Alright, premiering on Tuesday, Alright. Premiering on Tuesday, June 2nd is the fifth and final season of Fuller House, which is a shame that it's coming to an end, but hey, all good things coming to an end, I guess. Of course, this time around you got DJ, Stephanie, and Kimmy who are all having a wedding. So the storyline's mainly going to be involving that, and I really cannot wait to check out the final season. It's a shame that the old twins are not going to be appearing in this, but hey, still cannot wait to check out the final season of Full House. And maybe we'll get like another spin-off. Who knows? Alright. Also premiering on Tuesday, June 2nd, we got this new season of Dirty John, which this time around, it's about Betty Broderick. And here's what the Betty Broderick story is. Elizabeth Ann Broderick is an American woman who is convicted of murder when she ended up killing her ex-husband and his second wife. So, yeah, it's safe to say she's a bit of a nut job. And you got Amanda Peet playing Betty Broderick. You got Christian Slater as her ex-husband. This looks cool. I mean, the first season of Dirty John was pretty decent. It had Connie Britton and Eric Bana. And Eric Bana, of course, played a major creepazoid in that. I thought it was really cool. So I cannot wait to see where they're going to take the next Dirty John series at, which is, of course, the Betty Broderick story. And, boy, what's it with crazy wives? I mean, of course, we just had the Lorraine Bobbitt film, now the Betty Broderick story. Boy, Hollywood just loves doing stuff about crazy wives, huh? But anywho, yeah, cannot wait to check out the Betty Broderick story. Alright. Premiering on Friday, June 5th, we got a new Apple Plus show titled Dear, which is inspired by Apple's groundbreaking Dear Apple spots. Dear takes an intensive and cinematic approach to biographies of the most iconic figures in society today by using letters written by those whose lives have been changed through their work. It features celebrities like Oprah Winfrey, Gloria Steinem, Spike Lee, Lin-Manuel Miranda. You got Yara Shahid is in this, Stevie Wonder, Missy Copeland, including Big Bird. This could be pretty interesting. I mean, Apple Plus has been doing some okay stuff, so maybe this could be another okay thing for them. Alright. Also premiering on Friday, June 5th, we got this new film coming to Hulu and VOD titled Shirley, which is about a infamous horror writer Shirley Jackson, of course, who finds inspiration for her next book after she and her husband takes in a young couple. Now this stars Elizabeth Moss, coming off of a hit like The Invisible Man, which was really good. You also got Logan Lerman in this. Micah Stolberg. Shirley looks intriguing. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival with some really decent reviews, and it looks really interesting. Alright, also premiering that day, we also got, speaking of 5 seasons, we got the 4th and final season of 13 Reasons Why, which it's a shame it's coming to an end too, but let's be real. This is probably not a show that would have lasted like 5 or 8 more seasons. Now, in the final seasons, it takes place, 8 months after, 8 months after preventing Tyler from committing an unthinkable act at the Spring Fling. Clay, Tony, Jessica, Alex, Justin, and Zach find a way to shoulder the burden of the cover-up together while helping Tyler move forward with the recovery. But when the aftermath of the homecoming game culminates in the disappearance of a football player, Clay, Clay ends up finding himself under, and so the stakes ends up being raised in the in the final season, and I'm kind of looking forward to check out where they're gonna take the final season. Of course, you got Gary Sinise is in this. Uh, 13 Reasons Why is probably one of the most controversial shows you'll ever really see, and it's pretty decent. I mean, it is. Of course, we don't really have a Hannah Baker for the next one, or I should say the final one. And it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna end the final season. I mean, yeah, the final season looks pretty intriguing. So I'm kind of interested to see where they're gonna take the final season at. Alright. Also premiering that day, we got season 5 Queer Eye for Netflix. We got season 5 RuPaul's Drag Race All Star, which I'm not really a big fan of both shows, to be honest here. We got this Cinemax show called Trackers, which is a series featuring virus stories of organized crime, diamond smuggling, black rhinos, the CIA, and terrorism in Cape Town, South Africa. Looks interesting. We got a new Netflix film titled The Last Day of American Crime, which stars Edgar Ramirez, and in the not too distant future, as his final response to terrorism and crime, the U.S. government plans to broadcast a signal making it impossible for anyone knowing to commit unlawful acts. You also got Michael Pitt, Charlotte Copley, based on a comic or graphic novel, one of the two. Edgar Ramirez is a pretty cool actor, and this looks really intense. Looks like a cool action film. So, sign me up with this one. Alright, Monday, June 8th, coming to Spectrum, we got season 2 of LA's Finest, which kind of odd, because shows us being moved to Fox, so that's pretty cool there. We got Bachelor of the Greatest Season, which I could carry, I could give you, fantastic, but I'm not really much of a Bachelor guy. Anywho. Coming to Wednesday on June 8th, we got coming to Hulu. We got this film called Palm Springs. When carefree Niles and reluctant maid of honor Sarah have a chance to encounter at a Palm Spring wedding, things get complicated as they are unable to escape the venue themselves or each other. It also stars the likes of Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti. Sorry about that. Anyway, you also got J.K. Simmons, Tyler Oakland, Riverdale's Camila Mendes, Pierre Gallagher's in this. This actually sounds really cool. Like, this movie also premiered at Sundance with some pretty good reviews, and it does star Andy Samberg, and I think Andy Samberg's the man, so cannot wait to check this one out. Coming to the CW, we got season 2 of Bulletproof, which looks pretty decent. On Thursday, June 11th, we got season 4 of The Bow Tie, which is coming to its spring season. We also coming to on June 11th, we got a Ryan Reynolds produced game show titled Don't, which is hosted by Adam Scott. And here's what it's about. The premise of Ryan Reynolds' new ABC game show, Don't, where contestants team up with families and friends for a chance to win up to $100,000. How do they win big by taking on ridiculous tasks with one simple rule: don't. Yeah, this actually looks like a really insane game show. I mean, it looks a bit like I was gonna say Fear Factor, but I guess it looks more like the show Wipeout than anything. But yeah, this kind of looks pretty intriguing, so I'll give this one a watch. All right. Premiering on Friday, June 12th, coming to Disney Plus, we got Artemis Fowl, which is based on a YA book. And here's what Artemis Fowl is about. It's about a young criminal prodigy who hunts down a secret society of Fairleys to find his missing father. Now, this film was literally supposed to come theaters this week. This past week, believe it or not. But they felt like, of course, obviously with the epidemic and all, they decided to pull it from theaters and instead of releasing it to theaters, they just released it straight to Disney Plus, which I could see why. I mean, to be honest, I really did not see this movie even making a dime of if it got released in theaters. Like, even before the pandemic, to be honest, yeah, I kind of predicted this movie should flop. Like, I did not. I mean, it might actually be okay. Who knows? But I mean, I do have some high hopes for it because I mean, it is from director Kenneth Branagh, who's always on top notch. But yeah, this just I don't know. Some of the trailers haven't even sold me lately. I mean, it does have Josh Gad, Judi Dench, Colin Farrell, so I do like the cast. But yeah, at least Kenneth Branagh still has definitely Nile to look forward to. But we'll see. All right. Also coming to June 2nd, we got Spike Lee's joint, The Five Bloods, which the story centers on four African American vets: Paul, played by Delroy Lindo; Otis, played by Clark Peters; Eddie, played by Norm Lewis; and Melvin, played by Isaiah Whitlock Jr., who returns to Vietnam, searching for the remains of their fallen squad leader, played by Chadwick Boseman, and the promise of the buried treasure of our heroes are joined by Parr's concerned son, played by Jonathan Majors, battling force of man and nature while confronted by the lasting ravages of the immorality of the Vietnam War. Now, of course, the last time Spike Lee directed a movie was Black Klansman, which was terrific. This looks great. I mean, this looks like another really cool Spike Lee joint to keep your eye out for. I like the cast. Who does not love a good Vietnam War-based film? Chadwick Boseman is just the man. So yeah, anything Chadwick Boseman does or Spike Lee does, I'll definitely watch. All right, coming to Hulu, we got a series called Crossing Swords, which is from the same makers of Robot Chicken, and it's about a good-hearted peasant dreaming of knighthood becomes a square at the Aurora Castle, but when his dream job isn't everything he hoped it would be. This looks hilarious. I mean, after seeing what Hulu just did with Solar Opposites, I'm down to check out another adult anime show for them. This does have a bit of Robot Chicken feel to it. I mean, Seth Green's even, and Breckin Myers are two actors who also lend their voices in this, and of course, they're best known for Robot Chicken. This looks kind of pretty funny, so sign me up with this one. Alright, another anime show premiering on June 14th. We got a new Pokemon anime series titled Pokemon Journeys, which here's what it's about. Fans who are looking forward to seeing the further adventures of Ash Ketchum and Pikachu won't have to wait long. And in it, Ash has left the Alola region behind with a new plan in mind: see the world. Ash will travel with his friend Gaw, another boy with boundless curiosity about Pokemon, with Ash as determined as ever to become a Pokemon master, and Gaw aiming to catch every Pokemon, including the mythical Mew. Our heroes are in for a adventure and excitement as they explore worldwide of Pokemon. So we're gonna get some, probably gonna get some new Pokemon. We're probably gonna get some, classic ones. From the trailer, we got Mew in this, which is always a given. Who did not love Mew? Come on. But yeah, I haven't really cared much for the recent Pokemon anime series. Like, I'm not really fond of a lot of stuff or whatever. But Pokemon Journey actually looks pretty decent. Like, it looks like it does feel like classic Pokemon, and also it's coming to Netflix with. Well, it seems like Netflix and Pokemon, are now teaming up because, of course, they just had a recent Pokemon movie, which was pretty decent. So, yeah, I'm kind of interested in this one. Alright, also coming to June 12th, we've got season 4 of F for Family, starring starring the always great Bill Burr, as Phil Murphy, which Frank Murphy. I'm sorry. F is for Family is by far one of the most funniest shows on TV. Bill Burr is just the man, and of course you got Laura Dern in this, Sam Rockwell. Looks like it's gonna be even raunchier than the other season. This and Big Mouth are literally two of the most raunchiest anime shows you ever want to see. And also speaking of Bill Burr, also premiering that week to VOD, we got The King of Staten Island, which of course stars Pete Davidson. Bill Burr is also in this, and I guess you could say it's also about Pete Davidson's life. Of course, you guys know Pete Davidson's dad passed away during September 11th, and this bit I guess you could say it's like a Pete Davidson's 8 Mile in a way. But this looks really funny. It was supposed to come out in theaters, but honestly, because of the pandemic, they decided not to wait and actually release it on VOD. But that aside, it's still, theaters or VOD or not, it still looks really great. And I just like Pete Davidson, so I give that one a watch. Alright. Coming to on Saturday, June 13th, we got season 3 of Alexa and Kate, which is actually a pretty decent show. Of course, it's about two best friends who one of them actually it's probably one of the most interesting family based shows because it's about these two young best friends who one of them ends up being diagnosed with cancer, and really this is something because you don't really see it does feel like a Disney show or a Nickelodeon show if you really look at it, and not many Nickelodeon or Disney shows really dealt with with that with any characters dealing with terminal illness. So I think that's pretty interesting. But of course you got Paris Burlek who plays one girl who's who's diagnosed with cancer. You got Isabel Maisnes, Tiffany Thiessen, who's of course I believe she's gonna be in the Saved by the Bell reboot, which I can't wait to check out. Jack Griffo's in this. This is actually a pretty decent show, so I look forward to see where they're gonna take season 3 at. Alright, coming to Wednesday, June 17th, we got Mr. Iglesias, which is a season 2 of the Netflix sitcom it's kind of like a Welcome Back Kotter, but with Gabriel Iglesias in it. It's actually a pretty funny show. And who just does not like Gabriel Iglesias? He is one of the funniest comics there is, so cannot wait to check out season 2 of Mr. Iglesias. Alright, speaking of Edgar Ramirez, coming on my birthday, June 19th, we got Wasp Network. Which, here's what this is about. The story of 5 Cuban political prisoners who has been imprisoned by the United States since the late 1990s on charges of espionage and murder. The film stars, the aforementioned Edgar Ramirez, Penelope Cruz, Warner Mora, Gail Garcia Bernal, and Ana de Armas. This kind of sounds interesting. I do like me a good true story film, so there's that. So, and I quite like Edgar Ramirez. Of course, we got a Assassination Giovanni Versace reunion with Edgar Ramirez and Penelope Cruz, so that's pretty cool. So, it'll be pretty decent. Alright, coming Sunday on June 21st, we got season 3 of The Chi, which The Chi is actually a pretty Alright, sorry for that. The Chi is actually a pretty decent show. Of course, the first 2 seasons had Jason Mitchell, but due to some I'm not really going into any details or celebrity gossip or anything, but of course there was some issues with Jason Mitchell on the set of The Chi, so he ended up getting fired off the show. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to resolve, the show without Jason Mitchell in it. But The Chi is another Showtime show that takes place in Chicago. Of course, Shameless is one of them. But The Chi is a really awesome show. If you guys haven't really seen it, it is written by Lena Waithe. I believe Common is also one of the writers on the show. Common even has a couple of guest appearances on this. if you guys never really seen The Chi yet, go check that one out. It's a really solid show. Alright, coming to season, alright, also coming to June 21st, we got season 3 of Paramount Network's, hit series Yellowstone with Kevin Costner, which is like, I guess you could say it's like a bit of a western, a modern western show. It is from the same, it is, created by the same writer of Hell or High Water, so there's that. Yellowstone is a pretty decent show. I mean, Kevin Costner is just terrific. You also got Luke Grimes, Gil Birmingham, speaking of Hell or High Water, Wes Bentley, Cole Hauser. If you guys have not seen Yellowstone yet, go check that one out. Alright. Coming to HBO, we got the new reboot series Perry Mason, which of course is a new reimagining of the 1930s TV show, and it stars Matthew Reeves from The Americans fame. And here's what it's about. Set in 1932 LA, the series will focus on an origin story of the famed defense lawyer Perry Mason, based on the character from Eric Stanley Gardner's novels. And living check to check as a low-rent private investigator, Mason is haunted by his wartime experiences in France and suffering the effects of a broken marriage. You also got the likes of Tatiana Maslany is in this, John Lithgow. This actually looks pretty decent. I mean, it has a bit of a true detective feel to it. Matthew Reeves, of course, coming off of the Mr. Rogers film of It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. He looks pretty great in this. Tatiana Maslany hasn't really done done a show since Orphan Black, so there's that. But yeah, I cannot wait to check out Perry Mason. HBO has been now. Granted, it's actually coming to HBO. It's probably most episodes probably going to come to HBO Max, but it's actually an HBO show, not an HBO Max show. So there's that. But yeah, Perry Mason looks really interesting, and the original is. I've seen episodes of the original. The original Perry Mason, of course, they show lots of episodes on MeTV. It's a classic, so and I'm really looking forward to see where they're going to take the TV reboot at. So we'll see how it is. All right. Also coming that day, so we got season 4 of Bunk, which is a Jesse spinoff, which I'm not really. Jesse is actually a decent show, but Bunk not really for me. All right. Coming to Monday, June 22nd, we got season 7 of Penn and Teller Fool Us, which is a CW show. CW magic show hosted by magicians Penn and Teller, those who really do magic well, and they're really hilarious too. Like, if you've never really seen any of Penn and Teller's stunts, they're pretty good. All right. So all right. Coming to June 20th. On Tuesday, June 23rd, we got coming to OWN. We got season 5 Greenleaf, which I barely even watched. But if you're a fan of Greenleaf, which is a show from Oprah's network, the OWN network, good news, season 5 is returning. All right. Coming to Tuesday, June 25th, we got the season 2 of the reboot of Twilight Zone. Speaking of reboots of old classic TV shows, of course, it's hosted by Jordan Peele. The Twilight Zone reboot is actually pretty solid. It's not as great as the original classics, but they get some of the anthology stories have been pretty decent in the first season, and look forward to see where they're going to take season 2 at. I mean, the trailer recently dropped not so long ago, and season 2 of the Twilight Zone looks insane. So, of course, anyway, of course, you got Billy Porter supposed to be in this. Damon Wayans Jr. You got some few other cool, new additions for the series. So, yeah, of course, it's coming to CBS All Access, which they make some pretty solid stuff. So, yeah, cannot wait to check out the Twilight Zone. All right, coming to HBO Max, we got season 3 of Search Party, which is a pretty decent show. It was on TBS at one point, but now it's getting moved to HBO Max. So there's that. Coming to also premiering on Thursday, June 25th, we got Also coming to HBO Max, we got Adventure Time, Distant Land, which is of course a spin-off to Adventure Time, which I'm not really a fan of Adventure Time to be honest yet. But that show actually has a lot of fans. So, good news is if you're a fan of Adventure Time, the spin-off is premiering on HBO Max. So there you go. All right. Premiering on Thursday, June 25th, we got season 2 of Doom Patrol, which is being moved from the DC streaming service, which is probably not gonna. I'll be surprised if that streaming service still survives. But coming to HBO Max, we got the return of Doom Patrol, which Doom Patrol is pretty awesome. You know, of course, it is based on a comic book. You know, DC comic book, I should say. You got Brandon Fraser's in this. If you guys have not seen Doom Patrol yet, you know, all episodes are on the DC streaming service. It's a really funny and clever show, and yeah, you're missing out if you guys have not seen Doom Patrol yet. All right, and coming to Sunday, June 28th, we got the BET Awards returning, which also the MTV and TV Movie Awards are also supposed to be premiering in June, but due to the pandemic, I don't really know if that's still going to be happening unless they put Kids Choice Awards and do MTV Movie and TV Awards or BT Awards, you know, at home edition. That's a possibility because I think, you know, as of right now, that's probably going to be the case for most award shows. Like the Teen Choice Awards is essentially premiering in August, so I'm guessing they're going to do an at home edition with that too. That's just my prediction, or they're just going to cancel it entirely. That's the only way I can think of. But that side, I quite like the BET Awards. They're pretty decent award show, and the MTV and TV Movie Awards are pretty decent too. So we'll see if they'll actually move forward those award shows. But anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these are you interested in checking out? Are you interested in, I don't know, Doom Patrol Season 2, The Twilight Zone Season 2? Are you interested in The Chi, Perry Mason, Fuller House, the 5th and final season? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Timu signing off.